Welcome everyone, join us today as we pay tribute to Dave Dee, the charismatic frontman from the British pop group Dave Dee, Dozy, Beaky, Mick and Tich. So let's dive in. Dave Dee, born David John Harmon on the 17th of December 1941 in Salisbury, Wiltshire, in England. He was zodiac sign Sagittarius. Dave was born in Salisbury, Wiltshire, to parents Jessie and Betty Harmon, with a natural affinity for music from the start. While attending Adcroft School of Building near Trowbridge, he formed a skiffle group called the Vampires. His music career soon expanded as he took on roles as a singing guitarist with several semi-professional bands, all while working as a police cadet for the Wiltshire Constabulary. While on duty as a police cadet on April 17, 1960, Dave was first to respond to a car crash near Chippenham, Wiltshire, where American rock star Eddie Cochran tragically lost his life and Gene Vincent was severely injured. The accident, caused by a burst tire, had thrown their taxi into a lamppost. Dave salvaged Eddie's Gretsch guitar from the scene, which was kept at the station for several weeks before being returned to Cochran's family in the US. During this time, Dave took the opportunity to practice on the guitar, refining his own skills. In 1961, while performing with the Coasters and the Boppers, Dave was invited to join a new group alongside Trevor Davies, Dozy, Ian Amy, Tich, John Diamond, Beaky, in addition to its lead vocalist Ronnie Blond, all local musicians from various bands. The band, called Ronnie Blond and the Beatniks, had been actively gigging with a setlist of rock classics, contemporary hits, and a few original songs. One night, their lead singer Ronnie missed the show, prompting Dave to step in on lead vocals. This impromptu performance led him to take on the role of the group's frontman. The band's lineup finally solidified around Christmas 1961 when Michael Wilson, known as Mick, whom Dozy had met on a bus, joined as their drummer. They had also rebranded as Dave Dee and the Bostons. By this time, all members had left their day jobs, ranging from painting to car mechanics, to pursue music full-time. In 1962, Dave left the Wiltshire Police Force as the band went fully professional. Their growing popularity led them to play not only across the UK but also in Hamburg, at the Star Club and Top 10 Club, and Cologne, at Storyville, where they supported acts like the Honeycombs. As they extended their reach beyond the West Country, Dave emerged as an impressive showman, transforming their casual antics into structured routines filled with humour and lively stage banter. Their unique blend of music and comedy caught the attention of songwriters Ken Howard and Alan Blakely, setting the stage for greater success. In 1964, Howard and Blakely renamed the band Dave Dee, Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Tich, to emphasize each member's individuality. They soon arranged a recording session with the legendary producer Joe Meek, but the session took a bad turn. Meek wanted them to record at a very slow speed to speed up the track later, a technique he had previously used on Telstar. The band refused, saying they couldn't play at such a slow tempo, and after just half an hour, Meek, in a fit of frustration, threw them out of the studio, angrily tossing his coffee in the process. Eventually, Jack Baverstock at Fontana Records signed the band and paired them with producer Steve Rowland. In November 1964, they entered London's Philips Studios for their first official recordings. The first two singles, No Time and All I Want, didn't chart, but the band did perform No Time on Ready Steady Go, delivering a wild on-stage show with intense choreography, though Dozy lost 3 front teeth in the process. Despite working non-stop, DDDBMT, as the group were also known as, were broke and demoralized. At their lowest, sharing 2 cups of tea, a single cake, and a cigarette, they considered quitting. However, after a pep talk from Howard and Blakely, they stayed on track, and their next release, You Make It Move, finally broke through, reaching number 26 on the UK charts and putting them in the public eye in late 1965. Their fourth single, Hold Tight, became an international hit, reaching number 4 on the UK singles chart, number 21 in Australia, number 4 in Germany, and number 8 in New Zealand. DDDBMT followed with a string of global hits, including Bend It, Save Me, Touch Me, Zabadak, The Legend of Xanadu, and Last Night in Soho. In the 1960s, they spent more time on the UK singles chart than even the Beatles and gained huge popularity in Germany. Despite their European success, they found limited chart traction in the US and Canada. Only Zabadak reached the US Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 52, with Bend It at number 110 and Last Night in Soho at number 123. In Canada, however, Zabadak hit number 1, and The Legend of Xanadu peaked at number 10. Although their success in North America didn't match their popularity in Europe, they developed a loyal cult following in Canada and the US. During the 60s, the band released several albums, including Dave Dee, Dozy, Beaky, Mick Tich. If music be the food of love, then prepare for indigestion. What's in a name? If no one sang. DDDBMT. And Together. While their early songs were primarily written by Ken Howard and Alan Blakely, the band began contributing their own material starting with their second album, If Music Be the Food of Love. Then prepare for indigestion. In September 1969, Dave left the band to pursue a solo career. Ken Howard envisioned him as a blend of Rolf Harris and Engelbert Humperdinck, combining humor with sex appeal. As a cabaret act, he broke box office records at Manchester's Talk of the Town in 1970, and made it to number 42 in the UK and number 58 in Australia with the sentimental single, My Woman's Man. He also performed the theme for the 1972 film Rent a Dick, and appeared on BBC Two with a recitation from The Tempest, and in a small role playing a Hell's Angel in the Marty Feldman 1970 comedy film, Every Home Should Have One. In 1974, he reunited with Dozy, Beaky, Mick Tich for the single, She's a Lady, but found more success that year on Few and Far Between, a concept album by French composer Jean Musy, where he sang with subtlety alongside Musy's surreal scoring. His main income came as recording manager for Atlantic subsidiary Antic, though he later founded the short-lived label Double D, releasing the Ballad of Bulldog Bobby, a patriotic anthem tied to the 1982 World Cup. Dave also appeared as himself, credited as record executive, in the 1980 Sex Pistols mockumentary, The Great Rock and Roll Swindle. In the mid-1980s, he became the main organizer for two major fundraising events in London in support of Nordhoff Robbins music therapy, with a reformed Dave Dee, Dozy, Beaky, Mick Tich, performing in a nostalgic vein and occasionally aiming for the charts, including a 1989 remake of Manfred Mann's Do-Wah Diddy Diddy. Dave also returned to solo performances, including a cameo in a revival of Zaberdack by German comedy duo Klaus and Klaus. He briefly joined forces with Marmalade, whose member Sandy Newman produced his only solo album, Unfinished Business, in 1995. Later, he recorded an impressive version of Oasis' Don't Look Back in Anger for the 1999 album, 60s Sing 90s, featuring 1960s stars covering modern rock. Despite his health declining, he joined a reunion tour in 2008 and also served as a Justice of the Peace in Cheshire. In early 2001, Dave was diagnosed with prostate cancer, but kept performing with his band nearly until the end, with his last show taking place on September 20, 2008, in Eisenberg, Germany. On January 9, 2009, Dave passed away at Kingston Hospital in Surrey at the age of 67, surrounded by close family and friends. He is survived by his mother Betty, his wife Joanne Paris, his daughter Olivia and twin sons Ashley and Elliot from his first marriage to Carol Dunning, as well as Leslie, his partner in his final 2 years. And there you have it. Though Dave Dee is no longer with us, his musical legacy and vibrant personality continue to inspire. His songs and stage presence left an indelible mark on pop music, keeping his memory alive in the hearts of fans everywhere. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Take care and bye for now.